So what's up, guys? This is CJ and Sarah. It's a Wednesday, and that means it's time for another keto conversations. Oh wow, we did that together. Okay. This week this will probably be pretty short. We are both feeling a little bit under the weather.
You know why that is?
Why
Because last week in our keto conversations, we discussed the fact that when you practice the ketogenic diet, you don't get sick as often. So the ketogenic god said, ha ha, we're going to make you sick.
Sounding I
No.
don't believe that. Okay, whatever.
What it is that it's flu season and everybody in my household is sick.
Yeah.
And it was my turn.
Yeah, and I'm over here, so
And you give me kisses and you get sick.
yeah, well,
Because
anyway,
I'm so irresistible.
I'm trying to fight off any the sickness that's going on over here at this household. So anyway, we wanted to talk this week about just times when you find that keto might be difficult.
Yes, three times specifically.
Yeah, three times that you might find that keto might be difficult. You might not feel like doing it. You might just be tired of doing it. And we just want to talk about those times because even though we've been doing keto for
well over a year.
Well over
About
a year.
18 months now.
Yeah, we still, there's still some times when it's just a grind to do keto.
And even just inconvenient would be a good
sometimes
word.
That's
just
a good
inconvenient.
It's
not always hard per se, but
Yeah.
it's just inconvenient.
Yeah, sometimes it would be easier just to grab something quick.
Yes.
So the three times that we want to talk about that you might not feel like doing keto, you start out with number one.
Number one is how we feel currently when you don't feel good or you're sick. And all you want to do is sit down with a can of Campbell's soup and a sleeve of saltines and feel comforted because you don't feel good.
Yeah.
But instead, you bullet yourself some bone broth and you call it good.
Yeah.
So when you're sick is definitely number one.
Yeah, and that's, you know what? That's normal.
Yeah,
That's just
definitely.
a normal feeling because when you feel sick, we kind of go back toward maybe
Things that have comforted us in the past. Yeah.
Comforted us in the past, and so so it's okay.
Yeah, and if you're ever upset to your stomach or something like that, maybe you ate foods in the past, toast and tea,
Right.
things that were really easy to digest. Well, ketogenic foods really aren't that easy to digest.
Right.
So
That's a good point.
you can keep yourself basically to things like broth. You can still have tea,
Yeah.
but
Yeah. You just have
even
to.
fasting at that point
Yeah,
I've done a lot of fasting
That
these
is
last couple of days.
fasting is an option, and it's
Yeah.
we're not. Video isn't about fasting, but.
No.
Actually, fasting might be an answer to a couple of these
Yeah.
three inconvenient times when
So you just-
keto is kind of hard to do.
Yeah.
So I think the next time, number two would be, I think, when you're traveling.
Yes.
Or I'll also add to that maybe when you're going to be doing something that's out of your routine.
Right. Going to someone's house for dinner.
Right, something that's a little bit different than what you normally do every day. Because traveling by itself could be almost a video by itself, how to handle travel. But when you're out of your routine, just your daily routine, keto can be a challenge sometimes.
Well, I remember when you went to Florida last year.
Yeah.
Well,
but when I went to Florida, I knew I was going to Florida.
That helps, I think, to have advance notice.
And I prepared, I prepared myself on the airplane. I had snacks. I took string cheese. I took pepperoni. I took all kinds of, I took almonds and macadamia nuts. So the plane ride really, for me, I guess the lesson that I learned from that was be prepared, especially if you know something's coming up like a trip. Just get your stuff prepared. I don't want to say there's no excuse, but I do hear people make excuses about traveling and how they can't find their foods. But to me, if you're going somewhere, just do what you got to do to stay on keto.
Right.
And even if you go to convenience stores, I mean, there's stuff you can find.
String cheese,
yep.
nuts.
You can find string cheese. You can find nuts.
Jerky. You just have to watch.
Yeah.
A lot of times, like beef sticks and things like that are a better deal as far as macros than jerky.
So it may take a little bit of extra effort when you're traveling and doing keto, but it can be done. And believe me, I know. I did it. I went on how long was I gone? Like 10 days. 10 days.
Yeah.
And so it can be done. And so that's another time when when you're traveling, that's a time when keto can be kind of inconvenient. And then again, I'll add on to that, when you're kind of out of your routine, like every day I go to work and I come home and I have kind of a routine, but sometimes we get in situations where we're out of our routine, like say you're at a meeting at somewhere, or you have to go to someone's house for dinner.
Right. And you were staying with your parents and they don't eat ketogenically.
Yeah.
But you were able to say,
well, now
when your mom would ask you, do you want me to make you blah, blah, blah for breakfast?
I don't think a lot of people, when they get around their family, and I think people struggle with that. I think I'm kind of, I don't know if weird is the word, but when I went on my vacation to my parents' house, I stopped before we got there. We stopped at Walmart and I got bacon. I got all the stuff that I knew that I needed to have.
That was very smart.
So that I could eat keto, every day while I was there. Did it hurt my mom's feeling that she didn't cook? Actually, she did cook for me. She cooked eggs for me. She cooked bacon for me. But, I still made it really clear that, this is kind of how I eat. And this is why I look so different than I looked before I got here.
Yeah, that's what I was just going to say, is they were probably able to see physically how you had changed.
They could see how much weight I had lost. And so it was easy for me to say, well, the reason I've lost all this weight is because I eat this way.
Right.
And so
I don't have diabetes anymore.
Right. It's nothing personal, Mom.
Yeah.
I love your cooking, and I would love you to make that stuff. But, for me to continue to do what I'm doing, I'm going to stick with eating this way. We went out to restaurants with them, and we went out to fast food places, and I just got, I ketofied my food, and and it was fine, and they ate what they ate, and it wasn't a big deal to me. I didn't care what they ate, but I was able to do what I needed to do. So travel is another time.
And your family will understand. I mean, it might be difficult the first couple of times, but because a lot of people equate food with love. That's true. How we are, especially as moms. Mm-hmm. But, obviously she wants you to be healthy and live a long time. So I'm sure she got over it.
Yeah, she did. Yeah. I guess. I don't know. I think she got
over it. She didn't share.
I think, she didn't tell me that she didn't. It didn't seem like it was a big deal.
Well, and she's like 90 years old. She probably doesn't want to do a whole bunch of cooking anyway.
Right. So. Anyway, so what's the third?
Our third one is, let's just face facts. It's the end of February, and it's cold, and it's dreary, and the flu is sweeping the nation, and sometimes you just get to a certain point in the year where you just feel a little down or a little depressed. Mm-hmm. Everything seems dark and cold, and you just don't feel like cooking, and just I don't feel like doing keto type of mood. Yeah. So that's number 3.
Yeah. And I think when you get into those kind of moods, that's when it's really important to have those kind of easy go.
Your fallback meals.
Right, those fallback meals.
Exactly.
I talked about rotisserie chickens.
Yes.
I had one last week. I was kind of in one of those, I don't really feel like doing keto moods.
Bacon cheeseburgers is another one I always fall back on.
That's when you gotta have those, kind of those go-to meals when you don't feel like doing it.
You can kind of put yourself on autopilot.
Yeah.
And just
don't have to think about it.
Yeah.
You can just, you can get this chicken, You know you can have that bacon. You know you can.
Or if you've made anything else that you find really comforting, and when you're cooking that, make an extra batch and freeze it. That way it's just like, you don't even have to think about it. It's just labeled in your freezer. You get it out and voila, heat it up, and you can just coast.
Yeah.
Because we all go through times where it's just, you've got a lot going on, or you don't feel good, and you're the one who does all the cooking. Then that's the time to, like CJ said, have your staple meals that you go to, have things frozen. Right. Just keep it easy. Don't make it hard.
Keep your keto simple. That's the time where you'll really be glad that you have these go-to meals.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And I have a bonus.
You have a bonus one?
Well, I don't know if it's a bonus time, but it's a bonus point. Sometimes you just have to grind it out. Mm-hmm. Sometimes, no matter what the situation is, you just have to be determined that you're going to stick with keto no matter what.
Yes.
And you know what? Even if you slip a little bit, when you're feeling down, that's not the time just to throw in the towel and say, forget keto and all that stuff.
No.
Just pick yourself back up, get going.
Yep.
But sometimes you just have to grind through doing keto.
And it will pass.
It will pass.
Just
right?
like everything.
The feelings will
Spring
pass.
Spring is coming, I promise. Yes. I've got daffodils on my table.
Yeah.
So it is coming.
So sometimes you just have to grind through keto and doing keto. And it's just like anything else. A lot of times you don't feel like doing it, but you got to do it anyway.
Yep.
So
for the greater good.
Yeah, for the greater good. Because you're thinking about the big picture, long term. Not just, today, because like Sarah said, those feelings will pass.
Yes.
You'll get better. You'll start feeling better. You'll get over.
Summer will come.
Right, summer will come.
Yep.
And, you just need to just keep staying the course and doing the things that you need to do.
Keep your goals in mind.
Yeah. So, I don't think I have anything else.
No. So. I think that was pretty succinct, especially for us, because we were very chatty.
Yeah. For yourself.
Okay, that's right. I'm very chatty.
Oh, so I was playing.
It's the truth. It's the truth.
So anyway, thank you for watching CJ's Keto Kitchen. If you're new here and just happened upon this video, this is the Keto Conversations segment. We do this every Wednesday. We release new recipes every Sunday, and we do other content throughout the week.
Just as a surprise.
Just as a surprise. But be sure to subscribe, hit the notification bell so that you know when we upload new videos. And we're glad you're here. And thanks for watching CJ's Keto Kitchen. Peace.